Hi everyone, this is Jess, aka Sketch Writer Jess. As you can see, this is not my usual Mental Health Monday setup. I decided, I was called to do a reading for the collective of Twin Flames, and I count myself in there, so this is for me as much as it is for you. So let's get started. First, I'd like to thank my spirit guides and my angel Uriel. Spirit guides' names are Mombasa, Chuck, and Cal, and they help me get these readings out to you. I'm going to pan this here. I'm using the Cosmic Tarot deck for the main cards, and then I am using Notes from the Universe as the Oracle card. What I did was I made a spread where this is what this side is, the right side, and that's the man on her mind. This is the left side, and this is how she is in relationships. And then in the middle is the theme to keep in mind when you're in separation. So what I'm going to do is read you the phrases, and then I will also read you what I wrote down. So for the man on her mind, the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Key phrase is plan comes together. For the man in her heart with the Empress, key phrase is loving and kind. And for the man in her soul, death reverse. Phrase is shelter and safety. Here you go. And now for the woman. For the woman, for the mind on her relationship, justice. The key phrase is right to repair. For the woman's soul in for the woman's heart in a relationship, we have the devil reversed. Key phrase is blind love. And for her soul in the relationship, we have the lovers reversed. Key phrase is love is hard to find and keep. And for the theme to remember in separation, we have dwell on what you love, and I will read that to you. Asking someone to change is like pruning a tree. Neither will ever be the same again. Scarier still is that you can't quite know in what new directions they'll grow. I wouldn't change a leaf on you, the universe. So the key phrase that I came up from there was, don't change who you are, so in turn don't try to change someone else. So now I'll shine this on the cards here, and I'll read you what I wrote. For the man who's on her mind, in her heart, and in her soul. She thinks of a man as someone she can count on to take care of her. She feels safe around him due to his kind nature. He's got a strong work ethic, and that makes her feel even more sure of his steadfastness in a relationship. For her mind, heart, and soul in this relationship, she falls in love head over heels when she is on the mend from past hurts, from past relationships. She finds love is always out of reach. Every time she finds someone new, her emotions flood her with tingly feelings, usually. However, now she feels at home with this man. And for what to remember in separation. Be yourself always. Trust he as himself always. If there are problems that arise within you as doubts about his character, trust your instincts and stay away from him. In the meantime, read books that have the sense that things will work out. No need to upset yourself with a story that could have a disappointing end. So now I will show this to you from the top, and I'll come back for the wrap-up. Hi everyone, this is Jess, aka Sketchwriter Jess. I'm back for the wrap up of the reading. My hair looks funny now. I just had recorded this whole wrap up and it was really cathartic, but it just wasn't right for this. Let me see if I can keep this for the people in mind out there. Like, there's somebody in mind, there's somebody that this reading is for. It's not just me, but it partly could be me. What I think about this person, her thoughts are that she's thinking about a man who can provide for her. Not just provide for her, more like take care of her, be there for her, be her safety and her shelter, be there to give her so much love and affection she won't feel like she has to go anywhere else. And most people would say that's bad, that's smothering, but you know, I think for most people, I think that they do want that kind of thing. They just don't know if they'll ever have access to something like that, and they're afraid to want something like that. So that's what she's looking for in a man. She's looking for somebody who will be her home. And in relationships, she falls head over heels for guys, especially if she has an emotional attraction to them. May not be so much sexual, although there is probably sexual attraction if it's twin flame. In this case with the devil, yeah, I think there is. And the lovers too, even though they're reversed. She's always trying to make things right. She's always repairing herself from past hurts, kind of licking her wounds, so to speak. She's like a dog, and she's trying to find another dog. You know how, like, you have dog people? You have, like, a dog person finds another dog person, and they hit it off. Well, it's like these people are dogs. Like, one person is a dog, and the other person is a dog, and they want to get together. They're dog spirits. They're like that type of spirit. And I think that both these people are people who really accept who they are. I think they believe in themselves. I think she knows she deserves somebody who is all those things. But she's having doubts about the current man that she's thinking about. She's not sure about how she feels about him. She has some doubts. Even though he seems very genuine. You know, it's hard to fake genuine. I don't think you can fake genuine. I don't. You see me crossing my arms? I don't even believe people are genuine most of the time. I just have a hard time with it. So when I meet people who I feel are genuine, when they break my heart, it hurts. And that's what happened to me. For the sake of this reading, I may touch on a little bit, but I don't want to make it about me. I feel like this is somebody, could be somebody who is just, they were in a relationship, didn't work out, maybe they've had a few relationships, and now they are regrouping, and they are trying to figure out the best way to repair themselves. And, you know, the man that's on their mind, they see, like, he kind of ticks all the boxes. But there's something there, you know, with the death card, Death is a transformation card, so it means she could sense that maybe he's in a transformation. Especially if he's a twin flame, he could be in transformation. He could have had something that he went through and he kind of got through it, and so he was better off because of it, and that's what she's picking up. That could be what she picked up when she met him. But there are things she doesn't know about him. And I think what I said in the reading is, if somebody has a character flaw and it bothers you, if they show you a side to them that you don't like, and it's not something you can live with, then don't live with that person. And I think if somebody hurts you and you're still going, I think they can still be with me, because I would totally kick their ass if they did it to me again. You know, not really kick their ass, but you know what I mean? You just kind of have your spat and that's it. And they go, oh, I better not do that again for a while. So, like, if you're able to do that, then you can continue to think about them, or think they're your twin flame, in my opinion. I don't know what other people think. But if there's something about somebody and you're like, wow, this is a real flaw and this is a flaw I don't think they'll get out of, then, you know, maybe it's best to consider somebody different. I think there's more than one twin flame for each person. Because to me, twin flame is about the mission. It's about getting together with a person and fulfilling the mission to help mankind. And, you know, not a lot of people really even understand that whole thing. They don't get it. And so, like, the guy that I'm into, he's probably like, what the hell is she talking about? You know, like, what's going on here, you know? I have no idea whether he watches my videos or not. And I got out, like, my catharsis on the other video, and I deleted it because I felt like it wasn't really what the story is here. So, yeah, I mean, if somebody has a flaw and you don't think you can live with it, you can't accept it, you'll probably never be able to grow to accept it. And you know what? You should be happy that that is a term that you won't accept. You should be honored in yourself that you won't accept that term that bothers you so much you won't live with them. However, if it's something they do and you go, you know, this is just plain stupid, you know, this is just stupid, and if he does it again, I'm going to get mad. But it's stupid. It's like, okay, it may be something he does all the time. And I can get mad and we'll get mad or whatever. And then, like, we get over it, you know, because maybe that's just the part of the way things work for him. So, I think it's different. Let me tell you, I am so tired. This was an intense reading. I'm not kidding here. I always like to do a bottom of the deck for a theme, and when I broke it open, these came out reversed, the Lover and Death. Like, it broke in half, and that's what was there. Both reversed. So I was like, this isn't a twin flame reading, I don't know what is. So if I'm included in this, then I answered my own question, and I won't really tell you what my answer is for me. I don't want anything to reflect on him anymore. I've already said enough about him, and I don't want him to have a problem. Like, I don't want him to be embarrassed or something. It's not my intent on sharing my story about him. So, I thought to dwell on what you love. I thought that was great. It's all about self-love and accepting yourself. And also coping skills. Developing coping skills. And since I think I've finished this part of the segment, I'm now going to go into some of my products. So if you've enjoyed the reading, thank you for watching. If you're interested in hearing about some of my products that have to do with self-love, like accepting yourself, then stick around. You might learn something. I have one book called How to Like Yourself Now to Survive. And it is a book I wrote in 2017. Had a couple sales on it. It's not a typical book. The format is different. It's kind of in a horizontal landscape format. It's only 40 pages, and a lot of those, or 30 pages, I don't remember which one has 40. I have two of them. The How to Like Yourself Now has worksheets in it, and it has some pictures, and it's about journaling. And in the journaling that you do in there, you cut up my words. I have lots of words of wisdom in there that I've learned over the years from living with a mental illness, and also learning unconditional love from my parents. And so I have all these sayings in there. I have a few testimonials. My dad's friend says that he has taken every single line in the poem that I wrote for this book, and he thinks about one of them every morning. He meditates on them every morning. Not all of them at once, but just like one every morning. And then I have another person who bought one of my books, and she taught classes with it, and so she bought a few copies for that. She also has her students buy copies if she runs out or something, they need to get a copy. So she has been a good customer. That was my first book I wrote for sale. And so it was nice to get some sales off of it. Other things I've written for sale are patterns, but that's not quite the same thing. And at some point I am thinking of doing patterns. I'm wearing my new hat that I did for today. Got some ladders in it though. I didn't mean to do that, but it still looks pretty good. Ladders are when you have double pointed needles and there's like a corner, and you didn't pull the stitch tight enough, so it forms what they call a ladder, like looser stitches. So anyways, basically with mental illness, you have to, especially if you're on disability, and you are, because you need to be. People can say, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. What do you... No. I am unable to work a normal job because I will get angry, and, things can't go back to what they were. So, I get angry. I just get angry. Nothing really extremely bad happens, but I just get so angry. It disturbs the whole office, and they don't want me anymore to work there. And that's what happened last time I worked in a regular job. It affects my work performance and theirs. So they let me go. And I just couldn't recover from it. The way it was done was so hard. But then I realized, I just can't hack it. And I've had jobs over the years, and I just couldn't keep them, because someone would get on my nerves and I just lose it. I just let it out. But one thing I've always done well, and one of the people I worked for told me this, when I worked at Joann's, I was there for 9 months, and she did a horrible thing as a manager. She hired 3 people for a Saturday, like hired. I don't know if hired's the right word. She put 3 people on shift, and I was one of those people for Saturday. And that one day I actually had something I had to do where I had to bring people somewhere or else they'd miss their flight. I was like, really? You did this to me today? And I got really angry. I blew up at a customer. It was really horrible. And she said, I won't recommend you for a sales job, but I will recommend you as a writer. Because I wrote a letter of resignation. And so that was a different job. But the other job I got fired from was from an architectural firm, and I just didn't fit there. And I got angry over something so ridiculous, and I'm like, but the way I was fired was pretty bad. And man, if you can't work with other people, you're out of luck. So I don't present my sales to I don't present my shop as a plea for help, or it's not about that for me. I do it because I feel like I have something to offer people. And I may not make a lot of money. It's possible I won't make any money from the things that I do right now. But what I won't accept is that I don't have something to offer. I won't accept that at all. No matter what people tell me, no matter how much they tell me, oh, nobody's going to buy your hats, nobody's going to buy anything from you at all. You have to do this and you have to do this, and then you'll make money, and blah, 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 as if they know, because like they're not doing the same thing I am. They're just critiquing. I've been through that a lot, and as someone with mental illness, I tend to take that stuff real personally, and I start beating myself up for not being what they want me to be, not being normal, not being able to work in an environment where I may not like the rules, I may not like how somebody's treating somebody else, I may not like that somebody's talking bad about somebody behind their back and it affects the work environment. It's hurtful. I don't like work environments, especially offices. I really don't like them. I worked in retail and I actually enjoyed it until the bad manager came, and that was it. It went downhill. When I had the good manager, I was great. I got an award and everything. It was wonderful working at Joann's for like a couple months, and then this new manager came and screwed everything up. And that was horrible. And oh, really, look at me. I'm scratching my neck. I'm so mad about it. And it's been like 20 years since I worked in a Joann's. So, let me tell you, it doesn't go away. The anger, the pain, the resentment, feeling like you didn't amount to what you thought you would, it doesn't go away. And I've been on disability for, 10 years. And if I didn't have my medicine, I don't know where I'd be right now, and I don't want to think about it. And I know people apply every single day and they get denied like 2 or 3 times. Mine got picked up immediately because of the severity of the psychotic break I had before I went to work again, and because, well, my psychosis, my psychotic nature was coming out at the office. I wasn't hallucinating. However, I was getting angry about something that had to do with my psychotic break. And it was affecting the office, and it disrupted the whole place. And I was just really angry and upset. And I was doing things in the office, like going on websites and stuff like that, that were disrupting the office. There were like computers attacking the office because I went on a forum I wasn't supposed to go on at the office. Things that had affected me during that psychotic time affected the office, and if that kind of thing happened again at another office, it could be a problem. So there was a whole lot of factors that came into why it's not safe for me to work in an environment like a regular office. Um, it's hard to talk about, but I feel like I'm going to put this reading in Self-Love Sunday as well, because this has a self-love message. Most of my readings are probably going in there now. So, How to Like Yourself Now guided journal workshop is in my Etsy shop. I'm Sketchwriter Jess on there. On my website, I now have a button that says Shop Now, Shop Sketchwriter Jess. Hit that. You can buy my things from that page. That has PayPal, pure PayPal. You don't have to go through Etsy to buy this stuff. So if you're somebody who, like if you're a mental health professional and you can't deal with Etsy, you can't deal with all the weird red tape and all that stuff, you can buy directly from me. Even if you even feel better, like I could send you a PayPal invoice or something, you can contact me and I'll send you an invoice for it. If you don't want to have to buy through the button on the page. So, also, so that's sketchwriterjess.com. Sketchwriterjess on Instagram as well. Also, I have a video all the way at the beginning. There's 2 videos. One of them that talks about bullet journaling. And I believe in the first one I did talk about how to like yourself now. Or at least I mentioned it. But both those videos are good to watch if you're looking for like just a video on mental illness in general, about what it's like to fight the good fight to stay sane. I mean, that's really what I was doing in those videos, and I'm still doing it. So, check it out. They're all the way at the back, all the way at the beginning. They're the first 2 videos I did. The other book is How to Journal Now to Solve Life Problems, and that one has to do with bullet journaling. And that's what the second video talks about. So, if you like this video, share it. If you or hit the like button. If you enjoy these videos, subscribe to my channel. I'll be happy to have you. I think that's it. I will be here for Talk Thursday. I think I'm actually going to be in person this time. Instead of silent Jessing it. So, I'll see you. Till next time. Bye.